Well, welcome back. We're at our third and final round. Taryn just stayed here for the whole time, so that's cool. We have Murktide going up against Boros Burn, I believe. At least that's what I think Jordan has built. Sometimes he plays Dredge, sometimes he doesn't. Um, but I think tonight he's on Burn. So this will be another quick matchup, and then we'll probably be ending it after that. How do you guys think is better in general in this meta, Yawgmoth or Creativity? Um, I would say I would have to believe it's Yawg. Yawgmoth can still play in tight spots. Creativity is kind of like you're either doing your thing or you're losing. And if they're pretty good at preventing you at doing your thing, then you're most likely just getting locked out and losing. Where Yawgmoth can still, like, if they are super hyper focused on stopping you from playing Yawgmoth or like tutoring it out, you can still just be a creature beatdown deck and win that way. TJ flicking me off from another window, so that's cool. As you guys probably saw him in the cam. Most of these guys, so getting into the match here, I think. Terrence got Jordan at 3 already, so that's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that you can watch and get their opinions. Like, if you ever watch Demonic Tutors, you could probably shoot a message in his chat and he might answer how he feels about Yawg. Jordan going down to 3 life, yeah, already. Terran has a bolt in hand, so Jordan's just dead. Welcome to the game. Timer might already be started. No, it's not. I got it. Don't you worry. I'm not letting Burn and Murktide go to time. Not here, not ever. So one of the things that you like to see from Terran here is the no fear fetch shocking. Sometimes against Burn, people get so fixated on the fact that they're just trying to like bolt you out of the game. Or get some creature damage in that they won't fetch shock and they make their own mana weird. Terran just said, I'm not going to do that to myself. I need the red mana. Like, I'm not going to do it on my turn. I'm just going to fetch shock here and then kill it now. We had 7 today. TJ is going to an event. He's here, but he didn't know when he was leaving, so he didn't play. I'm in the booth. Kyle's at a business party or like a business appreciation party. Well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. That's what it's called, I guess. But at least that's what I'm calling it. And well, then we had 7, which sucks, but it's fine. Molt Bay into Searing Blaze. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Yeah, so basically there's a local business that like is a lumber company. So like Kyle's had that company, they're whatever. They like built his house, they built his wings, and so he basically did a lot of money through them. So they have like a Christmas party every year where they like invite all the people that shop at their store and whatnot too. But yeah, more or less what that is. So he's probably having a good time. He said he was upset because he said every event he's played in, he's either won or drew at the end. And then I made sure to tell him, I was like, we drew, but I stomped you and it's caught on camera, so. Alright. Back to this game a little bit. Yeah, it's a thank you for spending so much money with this party. Yeah, it's literally what it is. It's also like an employee appreciation party too. Like all the employees there are invited. What? So I know we made a joke earlier about the game where Taryn was at 19 and Jordan was at 3, but that's exactly where we're at now. But the opposite. So that's cool. We have Spike. We also had Lightning Helix. Jordan did the thing that Burn can do incredibly well. You draw 3 lands, you never see another one for the rest of the game, and you only draw burn spells instead of creature spells that Murktide can interact with. Yeah, never crossing the arms. It's a big no-no. Yeah, pushing like everybody like once we figured out why he pushed a kid to the ground, we were like, "Nah, good on you." Even the kid was like, "Why'd you push me?" And he said it, and he goes, "Oh my god, I really did just almost do that." So like, is what it is. Yeah, you should never do it. Watch me do it though. Um, Sounds like poor design to me. Yeah. I think it comes from like if you put the board in like we're talking about cutting wood at our Magic stream, so welcome to Apex. But if you push the board enough through, you can use like your other hand on the other side. Like if it's a big enough piece of lumber, yeah. Oh no, Ragavan received another bolt from the burn deck. Who would have thunk it? Well, yeah, but like you're saying it should be designed better, but it's not really on the fault of the designers to say, "Hey man, when you turn the saw one, let's not put anything underneath it in terms of flesh and bone." If I just jump out in front of a car, like that's traveling at 50 miles an hour, you can't like you don't design your car to stop that from happening. I just jumped out in front of it. It's like probably shouldn't jump in front of a saw blade. It's probably just not the thing to do. Again, welcome to Magic. So far, kind of uneventful in the game. We've had a rag got bolted. We had a dash rag immediately after, hit Jordan, and then cast his Goblin Guide off the top. Why the stream is so bad? I keep trying to read your message, and my mind keeps blanking midway through. Uh, so it is very possible that Jordan may or may not be playing Bump in the Night, or was planning to. I don't even know what it does. Yeah. So it's very possible that Jordan's playing this card. Um, did I happen to see them come into the mail and with Jordan's name on it? Maybe. Is Jordan actually playing them today? No idea. But we'll find out together probably. See more people play Bump more often. Yeah, in Bump of the Night, or Bump in the Night, I guess, not of the night, it's in the night. I mean, it is another bolt, kind of. It's not like erratic. Yeah, it it's another spike, I guess, right? Because only opponent loses life. You can't like kill a creature with it, and I think that's where you find a lot of people pulling it in and out of their deck every now and then. There's the pump tonight. Jesus. Well, I figured it out, chat. He did put him in. But another lava spike. That's the one. All the bolts do the same thing for the most part, so only with slight variations. So we're going all the way down to 5. Yeah, he's at a money appreciation party. You guys should tell him that next time he's in here. Do y'all by any chance ever see the store selling cards on Amazon? Um, do we plan to sell individual singles on Amazon? I don't know about singles per se, but we are like as of a week ago, we need so when you sell on Amazon, you actually have to get confirmation that you have the rights to sell the product or you can't list it. So we were waiting for our Wizards rep to give us the letter of approval with our address and all the things that you have to have in order to sell on Amazon, and we will be selling Magic product on there for sure. Um, we've sold a couple of other things on there already, but specifically singles, I'm not sure. So, also, if you ever want to get a product from us, you can always just contact us directly. We do take direct contacts as well. Um, us directly? Yeah, I believe so. I believe we shipped to Canada. Um, I'm trying to think. There was a scenario in which we actually got, I can't remember where. I think it was to Trident. We shipped a box of Warhammer stuff to Australia once. So yeah, slide into Brick's DMs for your satisfaction. Quote, it's common from chat. Are there any Yogg players at the store? No, we don't have any. Well, there was one. I think they quit playing the deck. But we don't have any Yogg players here. But at our 1Ks, when Yogg's generally pretty popular, it shows up about like 4 or 5 decks. So it's like roughly 8-ish% of the room. But I have Amazon gift cards. Yeah, it's fair enough. Um, so glad you said blue white heroes fighting the fight. Listen, I think I'm the last person to actually play blue white control here, and I was playing blue white counterbalance just because I wanted the meme. Um, so that was cool. I had a great time. My opponents did not. John Parker being one of them. But we kind of had some troll games that day, and I was playing counterbalance in my blue white deck just because I thought it was funny. I think we had enough for 4 rounds, so I went 3-1. Uh, so that was the plan. I planned to play Otherworldly Light. Um, but nobody had them, nor did they feel obligated to help me play counterbalance, so nobody would give them to me. So I played joint. Is it jointed exploration or joint exploration? The one that's like the 2 mana uh, scry 2 and then draw a card. I played that. I when I play control, when I actually played blue white without counterbalance, and I was like, I'm gonna just like play it. I played 3 solitudes and 3 snapcasters. 4 ops, 4 counter spells. I want to say at the time I was on 4 Archmage's Charm, 2 Shark Typhoons, copy of the Wandering Emperor, a big Teferi, 3 baby Teferis. At the time, I think that's roughly where I was. But I don't believe you. Weren't you playing Affinity or something tomorrow for your RCQ? That was honestly the hardest part, was giving up Kahira, in my opinion, to play Snapcaster, but at the time it made a ton of sense. Oh yeah, I had 2 Deluges and 2 Verdicts and 4 Prismatic Endings, yeah. But you get to play Leyline Binding, which is sick. I like Dress Down a lot. I one of Chalice. I like that too. And in your flex spots in blue white right now, like whether or not you're playing like 2 Chalice, 1 Dress Down, or 2 Dress Down, 1 Chalice, or if they're like residing in the sideboard for something else. 'Cause I've seen some be like 3 Teferi, 2 big Teferi, a Jace, and then like no Chalice in the main, but 2 Dress Downs, or vice versa. Yeah, Snap can be expensive. I agree. But when you do get to those late games, like Snap off the top, being able to draw whatever cards in your graveyard is pretty good. But yeah, when you have to Snapcaster, try to cast an Archmage's Charm in a scam meta, or like the Murktides that are all playing Blood Moon in the main board, it's just not possible. You just can't. So many decks just have like main board Blood Moon. How many rounds is this? This is only 3 rounds tonight. There was only 7 players that came today. We kind of just stuck with Murktide all day, just because Taryn's one of the owners. He just sat down. He's like, I'll be on stream. I don't get to play very often, so he did. But he was the only one that sat down for the first 2 rounds, and then won both rounds. So now he's the 2-0 spot. So we just stuck with him all day. Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, I definitely would be a little more against playing Snapcaster now that you're playing Leyline Binding. And so now you're like, instead of 4 more spells, you jumped up to 4 enchantments. Like, it's just so hard to justify it. But the other thing I'm also I also don't generally play, and I don't see it in your list either, is the blue white manland, Celestial Colonnade. I play Hall. I like Hall. I just don't like Colonnade that much. The fact that it can never come in untapped, where Hall can, like if you have it early. Also, Hall just like smacks your opponent and actually kills them. Do you? Or just in your list? This is Unbreakable Wits. Uh, yeah. Colonnade has like Colonnade in of itself has a cult following, and it's my favorite. It's the same people that like the blue black one. God, what's that one called? Um, Creeping Tar Pit. Don't worry, I got it before the chat got it. We're good. Yeah, Creeping Tar Pit. Um, a lot of people that like that one, like, are also like, nobody likes the other manlands. It's either Creeping Tar Pit or Celestial Colonnade, and that's like the farthest you get. Yeah, I guess that'd be another reason that Colony would be hard if you're trying to play Binding. It's just like it's an Azorius Guild Gate that doesn't give you the types. Dude, imagine if like the manlands were actually fetchable though. I know that sounds like crazy and outlandish, but like, have you read the triomes at all? But I guess you're fetching a threat, so it's definitely a lot different. Hmm. Uh, Man, you are playing a lot more planeswalkers. Holy. Uh, so max is all the way up to 4 baby Teferis instead of 3, and then an additional one in Jason Big Tef. But you're playing no Shark Typhoons, and you are actually different than like we were talking before, where Chalice and Dress Down kind of swap spots, whether it's 2 or 1 of each. You're actually on 2 Chalice and 1 Dress Down instead. But everything else, other than the Shark Typhoons, and then I think there's one more card that you guys have different. Oh no, it's just literally. I thought the other one had 2 Shark Typhoons, but yeah, you're just not playing them at all. Stop Wizards with good ideas. My bad. Uh, I wasn't saying all manlands. I was saying Colonnade specifically. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it wouldn't be broken, because it definitely would. I'm just saying, what if, you know? I did not put Pumpkin Night being played 2022 on my bingo card. Yeah, it's everybody's favorite. I wanted to run Blue White Shark Bill and Yet Splash. Yeah, I just like the card Shark Typhoon is always so good until it's not. Like